The economy's a bit like a roller coaster right now, and everyone's wondering if we're in for a wild ride or just a gentle slope. So, here's the lowdown without the fancy jargon. The Federal Reserve, the folks steering the economic ship, are planning to cut interest rates. Why? Well, they believe it'll jumpstart the economy, like a shot in the arm when things are a bit sluggish. Now, they're keeping their eyes on inflation, which is essentially the rise in the prices of things we buy. The goal is to keep it around 2%, and projections show they're hoping to hit that mark by 2026. It's like trying to balance on a tightrope: too much inflation, and things get too expensive; too little, and the economy can stall. Talking about jobs, the unemployment rate is expected to be around 3.8% by the end of this year, which is not too shabby. But hold on, there might be a slight bump next year, reaching 4.1%, but after that, they think it'll level off. The idea is to keep people working because, well, jobs are good, right? Looking at the big picture, they're saying there's no recession on the horizon for now. The economy is expected to grow by 2.6% this year, but there's a predicted dip to 1.4% in 2024. Don't panic, though, they're optimistic about a speedier recovery in 2025 and 2026. It's like a seesaw, up, down, but hopefully more up in the long run. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of interest rates. Right now, they're in the range of 5.25% to 5.5%. The plan is to cut them by a total of 0.75% by the end of next year, reaching 4.75%. And it doesn't stop there, more cuts are on the horizon, aiming for a 3% rate by 2026. Lower interest rates can encourage spending and investment, which can help get the economic engine revving. Why are they doing all this? Well, they're worried about inflation not picking up speed. It's like trying to light a fire, and it's not catching. Even though we're not in a full-blown recession, there's a slowdown in the economy, and they want to prevent things from grinding to a halt. It's a bit like giving the economy a gentle push to keep it going. Now, here's the thing, even though the economic indicators are flashing green, there's a bit of a hiccup in the public mood. People aren't feeling all that optimistic, and the Fed knows it. Prices might be slowing their rise, but they're not exactly going down, and that's leaving folks a bit grumpy. It's like being told the weather's great outside, but you're stuck indoors. But there's a silver lining: wages are going up faster than prices. In simple terms, people are making more money, and things aren't getting outrageously expensive at the same pace. That's a good thing because it means your paycheck can stretch a bit further, and that tends to put a smile on people's faces. Now, the big R word, recession. Nobody wants it, and the Fed is doing its darndest to avoid it. If it does happen, though, it could change the game. Their focus is on keeping the job market in balance, taming inflation, and not letting the economy grow too fast. It's like trying to keep a pot of soup from boiling over. You want it warm, not scalding. In a nutshell, the Federal Reserve is like the economic babysitter, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're cutting interest rates to keep the economic engine humming, all while watching inflation, jobs, and the overall health of the economy. They're aware that even though the numbers look good on paper, folks aren't entirely convinced. So, they're keeping an eye on wages, hoping that a bit more money in your pocket will make the economic roller coaster feel like a fun ride rather than a nerve-wracking one. It's a balancing act, and the Fed is walking the tightrope, trying to keep the show on the road without any unexpected twists and turns. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends to support our content. The information is for general purposes. Viewers should conduct research and consult professionals for financial decisions.